February's numbers are in, and welcome to the March 2023 real estate market update for Lee and Harnett County. What's going on, everybody? It's Brennan Patton, your local super realtor with ReMax Real Estate service covering Central North Carolina and the Triangle. Thanks for tuning into this video, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date on all things buy with BP. And if you're looking to buy or sell, I'd love to connect with you. What's going on, everybody? We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to get started with the Lee and Harnett County real estate market update. For March of 2023, we're going to be taking a look at February's data as I give you guys a back end look at what we have inside of the MLS. So I want to go ahead and get started with new listings, right? So inventory outside of interest rates has been really been the topic of discussion. As you know, we don't have enough homes on the market, which is kind of keeping an upward pressure on pricing. We'll get into that here in a minute. But though a year-over-year increase, we'd have to even go back to before February of 2019 to see pre-pandemic levels of inventory. And we'll get into it here, right? With it, new construction, a lot of the new listings that are hitting the market are made up of new construction listings. Of the 50 new listings in Lee County, 28 of those were new construction. Of the 184 in Harnett County, Harnett County is much larger, borders up to Wake County and even down towards Cameron, towards Spring Lake. You get into that Harnett County area there. And 90 of the 184 new listings in Harnett County were new construction. And this will be a trend that we'll continue to see with the development that's coming here to Central North Carolina. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about new construction. I'm personally a huge fan. I think that it gives a great sense of home ownership. It is great for the first-time home buyer. It's great for the move-up buyer. There's a lot of people that feel that they're not a fan of new construction, but I want to hear your opinion down below. And if you want a list of all the new construction communities that are coming to the area, check out the link in the description and you'll get a list of those sent directly to your inbox. So again, I wanted to hit on that new construction piece, and you can see year over year we had a huge boost as far as February new listings being new construction. Last year we had one new construction listing hit the market in 2022 in February. So let's go ahead and move right on to that inventory piece. So February months of supply, let's talk about supply and demand, right? So the amount of homes that are on the market, there's 2 months of supply where if no new listings in the market, we would sell out in 2 months. So outside of interest rates, again, this is one of the most talked about things when it comes to it. And that's, which is contributing to that upward pressure on prices, especially here in Lee and Harnett County, as well as in the Triangle as well. So year over year, we saw a huge increase in the months of supply, but we're much lower. We're much lower than where we need to be. So with the inventory, where it's at, it's not enough to meet the buyer demand. So we're, still seeing multiple offer situations. January and February kind of gave a head fake to where we were heading into the spring market a little bit earlier. But that was, coming off of a very, slow November and December. Homes were still selling, and buyers were still in the market, but was much slower, than what we had seen previously throughout the pandemic. So even as interest rates have continued to rise, we're still seeing that price appreciation piece. And I think that we're going to continue to see it pretty heavily here in Lee and Harnett County for the next 5 to 10 years. There's so much growth that is coming here to the area. There's downward pressure from the Triangle where buyers are seeking affordability. And then upward pressure from Fort Bragg, where military are coming in, making Lee and Harnett County homes for their family and making that short commute, back towards Fort Bragg. So we're going to continue to see sales prices rise here in Lee and Harnett County. And I feel very, very confident in saying that, especially with the new growth that we have coming to the area. So let's hit on under contract sales, right? They hit a monthly high since August of 2022 here in February. And this is a lagging indicator. So we'll see, closed sales is a lagging indicator. So we'll see, these homes that went under contract in January and February continue to see the closed sales rise. March and as we move on, right? And builders are offering great incentives right now. And of the under contract, over half of those were new construction, which, aren't potentially going to close for another 3, 4, 5, 6 months. But with that, that's also, going to contribute to builder confidence, which has increased for the second month here in February as well. So closed sales, you can see we're down year over year, but we're in a totally different interest rate environment from where we were in 2022. And we're, over that 2021 closed sale portion in February of 2021, which was, during that pandemic. So if you're shopping, and not needing to necessarily move, you are going to continue to see home sell, right? I mean, people get divorced, there's death, there's things that, contribute to that needing to move portion, right? The buyer that is just kind of seeing what's out there and putting their toe in the water is kind of step back. But the serious buyer is going to win in the long run. And we are still seeing, with the lack of inventory, properties that are going over asking, multiple offer situations. But which leads me to, the next thing that I have here is, and something that I get asked often is, should you buy a home right now, right? And I carried this slide from KCM where they have chief economist for First American. If you could find a house that meets your financial expectations for a monthly payment, it is a good time for you to buy. Then do that. If your lifestyle demands it. Are you tired of renting? Are you needing to move up? You have another little one on the way. Where you're in my situation where I bought during the pandemic, and we're tossing around the idea of moving or when we're going to be moving, having another little one come into play, and how long is this 27 or 2,100 square foot home going to satisfy our needs, right? So that happens, and that's happening all around. So if you wait for prices to fall, which, a lot of people feel that they are, you may discover the hard way that, you may not be able to afford that home that you were thinking about buying the year before. And that is something that is ringing true here in Lee and Harnett County. Home prices are going to continue to rise. And like I said, with the upward and downward pressure from the major cities surrounding Lee and Harnett County, we're in a pretty good spot. So for that first time buyer that is considering, renewing that lease or, venturing into home ownership, that's something you need to consider. We have a ton of incoming growth from VinFast, where they're going to be training 7,500 of their employees right here in Lee County at the Central Carolina Community College campus. So you combine that as well with, VinFast, Wolfspeed, all these manufacturing plants and these large corporations that are, putting money into Lee County. You can't forget about Pfizer as they continue their investments here into the Lee County area. And let's talk about interest rates, right? Like, if you can find a home that you feel comfortable with paying monthly mortgage, then make that jump. If you're considering renewing that lease and you feel that now isn't the right time to buy, and that's completely okay. But that median asking rent since 1988, you can see here from the census that the median asking rent is continue to go up. And like everything else in the grocery store, I see median rents continuing to increase as well, as landlords and property management companies also will continue to kind of move forward with inflation as well. So in my opinion, the long-term homeowner is the one who is going to win, right? Home ownership is a major way to build wealth. And, that makes up a ton of where an individual's net worth comes from, right? Rents are going to continue to rise while the homeowner with a fixed mortgage rate can lock that monthly payment in for 15 to 30 years. And with inflation, one of the greatest things that you can do is lock in your largest expense, which is, for everyone should be housing, right? So going ahead and locking that in and not getting, kind of sprung on at the, notice of your renewal that your rent is increasing, X amount of dollars. So let's let's kind of wrap it up with this. No matter where you're at in your home buying or selling journey, it's really never too early to start connecting with an expert. Realtors are here to support you and help you make the best decisions for you and your family. And having one that's knowledgeable and is an expert to guide you through an ever changing market is very, very important, especially in today's time, right? That the knowledge broker who is inside of the market each and every day, learning about how they can help you as their client, that's who's going to win, right? So if you're 3 to 6, 12, or even 24 months out from buying or selling, I'd love to connect with you. Like I said, it's never too early to connect with that real estate professional and map out your real estate goals. Everyone is different and everyone has a different approach as far as how they can help you. And I would love to connect with you.